Hello, welcome to Get Your Mind On. I'm Lori Stohs. One of the biggest mistakes that we make is that we think that people think like we do. Do you have any of those people in your life that you say, yeah, everybody thinks like I do. We all think alike. Or many times you're probably saying, oh my gosh, they don't get what I'm saying, so maybe I'm the different one. Well, when we really think about it, we've been talking about strengths over the past weeks and the different dimensions in understanding who people are. And last time we talked about thinking strengths, and so I'm going to focus a little bit on that today. And when we think about StrengthsFinder in general and thinking people are the same as we are, similar, we know we're different, but let's talk about what those chances are. It's a 1 in 250,000 chance. Okay, 1 in 250,000 chance that anyone else has the top 5 strengths as you do in any order. So 1 in 250,000 that anyone has the same top 5 as you in any order. Yes, that's really, really high statistics. Then you think about the other one, and it's 1 in 33 million that anyone would have the same top 5 as you in your exact order. So that's amazing, isn't it, when you think about 1 in 33 million? And I've really only had, I've had 2 people in one company who had the same top 5 in different order. It's the only one I found out of the 1 in 250,000. And I've had a few that have had 4 out of the same 5, but not 5 out of 5. So when we think about that number, we just think about the statistics to go that we are different, we're unique, and that's the great part of being who we are. But in the workplace and in working together with others and in personal relationships, it gets a little challenging because we are so different. So we need to value and understand the uniquenesses of each of us and really understand that as we're approaching situations, we're all looking at everything differently. So today I'm going to focus a little bit on that thinking piece. Everybody thinks like I do, and I'll always say, yeah, no, not so much. We all think differently. So some of us have a lot of that thinking and a lot of connecting, and we're able to see things differently in our heads. And that's the thing. People can't sometimes verbalize that because it's visual and it's in the mind. So I was meeting with a gal last week. Her name was Jessica, and Jessica runs an organization from a marketing perspective. And we were talking a little bit about some frustrations at work and with the team and working on this big project that we have. And, you know, when we were talking about it, I described it as her ability to see things. You know, when you're looking at a big project, it has multiple dimensions and you're working with lots of different departments coming together. It could have everybody's different content, right? When we're thinking about anything from technology to people to content to we think about the clients and what the clients need or who our clients are that we're trying to reach that market. We think about the business side of it from, okay, how much does this cost? What are our margins? How do we roll it out? How do we execute it, right? Plus all the content areas. That's a lot. That's a lot to think about. And some people thrive on that. They are able to see it all and how it comes together. So I was describing it. She has this talent. She's able to see everything interwoven together and be able to see the business side, be able to see how it markets and what our clients want, how they'll feel about it, what are the areas of content, whether it's technology, whether it's just the actual physical content we're delivering, whatever it might be, the operational side, the systems side, any of that coming together. That's a lot. So I described it as a tapestry, and I said, think of it like this. This is this tapestry that you see every one of those things woven together. You can see it perfectly in terms of how it's going to look, what it's supposed to look like, what the end product is going to be. But now everybody doesn't see that. And she's like, I know, I lose so much patience around it because it's taking forever and it's going to take a long time. And I said, let's step back and think about it. You see that and you describe it and people are on board about it. But then it's like all the things of how does it come together? When does it come together? And how does it operationalize? And where are our areas we have areas of siloedness, right, of each content area. And we have the gaps that interweave things together. I said, so there's so much there. So we discussed it this way. I said, think about individual people have different threads of that tapestry. Some people only see their thread. And we have to think about them even in the eye of the needle, that person is weaving each of their threads together to get to that tapestry. So our jobs as leaders are really to step back and think about that whole tapestry and all the things that it takes to get there. Now, you may be saying, gosh, I can't do that, and I'm leading one of those projects. So what? What happens? So we have to step back and think of that, because sometimes people go, well, will they just get it? Well, if you're running one of those projects, or you're the one who's supposed to be leading that and can't see that, that might be a challenge. And to me, this is what I see a lot in organizations, that we think we can teach this and we can't. This is a natural talent, and you have it or you don't. And those of you who have it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm one of them, because I can see things in multiple dimensions. And some of us are just naturally systems thinker. It's nothing we learned. It's nothing we went to school for. It's just that we can see that. And some of you are struggling because you need to do that. So how do you manage that? So I want you to think about, if you're one of the threads that leads the thread, that's a great thing. We need you. We need every one of you who leads that thread perfectly, because they have to execute perfectly. If you need to be a bigger woven tapestry, you may not see that. So guess what? My whole line, know yourself best, surround yourself with the rest. You need to know who sees the tapestry. And this is where we go to talent, not title. We need to put the titles aside and say, who are the capable ones who can see the tapestry and pull the tapestry together and build and create and visualize what we want to be, and who are the threads? Everyone is important. If you think about a beautiful tapestry, leaving a thread out is not possible, because you'll see the gap. So everyone is needed, but you really have to think about, how do we all think? We all do things differently, and we really need to value each one of us. So for positive charge this week, I want you to think about, one, are you the one who visualizes the tapestry? Or number two, are you the thread? Number three, if you're leading a project, who plays those different roles of leading the visualization of the tapestry, and who are the ones who are just the individual threads that are so important? It takes all of us to come together, and we think different. We are different. We're very unique. So when you think about people thinking, we all think different. Some are better executors, some are better visualizers, some are better at the content of what they deliver, and they master that so well. So think of everybody's role and how we can all think in our own way and be successful in building the tapestry together. Thanks for joining us today, and remember to get your mind on.